Here on 𝗣𝗃𝗄𝗏.com, the team and I have bought and tested over 20 whey protein brands, and we've never received any money in exchange for a positive review. So I'm not afraid to tell you whether a product falls short or not. Today, we will be going over the 5 most overrated protein powders based on our testing. So what criteria did I and the team use to determine whether a product is overrated? Number 1, the protein quality and the source. I assessed whether the product is third-party tested and whether it used a high-quality protein source. Number 2, protein percentage. What percentage of the calories come from actual protein? Here are the ranking criteria. Poor quality is less than 65%, reasonable is about 65 to 74, good is 75 to 84, and anything above 85% or higher is excellent. Number 3, cost and value. If a product offered a very low protein percentage but had a high cost per serving, it was deemed overrated. For reference, the average cost of protein powder is $1.34 per serving. Number 4, taste and mixability. You won't get any of the benefits from taking a protein powder if you can't stand the taste or texture of the product. And number 5, additional benefits. I assessed what benefits are advertised or should be experienced based on the protein type and whether the product met these expectations. Now, right before we get into the 5 most overrated products, I want to let you know that at the end of the video, I'm going to share one protein powder that's not overrated by any means and is actually one of my favorites. So stay tuned till the end of the video to see which one I like. The biggest reason that Ryse loaded protein makes the list of overrated protein powders is that it costs anywhere from $1.50 to $1.90 per serving. This cost per serving might seem in the right place from the protein powders discussed in this list. However, other products with whey isolate and concentrate blends like ON Gold Standard are available for as little as $1.15 per serving and offer higher protein percentages. There are also brands like Transparent Labs, which are third-party tested, use exclusively high-quality whey isolate, grass-fed, and don't use any artificial flavors or colors that retail for the same cost as Ryse loaded protein. For customers who like having the coolest new products or want unique flavor collabs like Skippy peanut butter or Moon Pie chocolate, then the cost per serving may be justifiable. For individuals who want to prioritize high protein percentages and the highest quality ingredients, other options are available at a similar price point. If this was up to me, I would have this as my second go-to protein for those crazy collabs, crazy flavors, maybe use them once to twice per week, but I wouldn't prioritize this as my number 1 go-to protein. When it comes to a deceptive advertising, I remember being more frustrated with MuscleTech grass-fed whey than I was with any other product. First of all, it advertises itself as 100% grass-fed whey protein. This may imply that the tub contains only protein powder to individuals unfamiliar with the supplement industry. In reality, MuscleTech grass-fed whey offers 20 grams of protein per 140 calories, meaning that the percentage is 57% of its calories come from protein. Secondly, it promotes itself as a product free of additives and advertising that it has no artificial colors or flavors. The product does use sucralose, however, which is an artificial sweetener. While MuscleTech technically didn't lie, it does seem misleading to say that your product doesn't contain artificial flavors when it does use artificial sweeteners. To me, that's pretty much the same thing. While there is some variability depending on where you are shopping, example, the MuscleTech website versus Amazon.com, completely different. These protein powders can be purchased for as low as $1 per serving. Its key redeeming feature. Pure Protein uses a blend of protein, concentrate, and isolate, which, as discussed, helps keep the cost low. However, it also has added fillers like maltodextrin and multiple sources of gums and artificial flavors. They also have a relatively low protein percentage per scoop, with protein providing only 62% of the total calories. With such a low protein percentage per scoop, you think Pure Protein would be a budget-friendly option. However, priced as much as $1.60 per serving, this protein powder is well above the average cost of protein, especially for a powder where the second ingredient is actually carbs, which is the maltodextrin. One noticeable aspect of this protein powder was its thick, creamy texture, which isn't common for this type of protein blend. This makes it a good option for people looking for something that mixes up thick. Otherwise, the taste was unremarkable. Now, as you can see, I don't have the tub in front of me. I accidentally threw it out after finishing it. While it does provide 30 grams of protein per serving, it also contains 3 grams of fat and 8 grams of carbs, meaning that protein only makes up around 67% of the total calories. This puts it into our reasonable protein source category, but just barely. 6 Star Nutrition uses a blend of concentrate and isolate proteins, which is common among brands that want to provide isolate proteins, which have actually a higher protein percentage, but still want to keep the cost low. Despite using the blend of proteins, 6 Star Nutrition still has a slightly higher cost per serving at $1.55, above the average cost of protein powder per scoop, which comes in at about $1.34. This is a number we came up with after testing multiple different brands. The last major issue with 6 Star is the lengthy ingredient list. First ingredient is protein, as it should be. The second ingredient is maltodextrin, a highly processed carb. From there, we see as many as 15 different added ingredients, including lecithins and gums, as well as 6 different flavoring sources. While most brands have 4 or 5 different ingredients to improve taste and mixability, having more than 10, in my opinion, is way too excessive, especially when other companies like Transparent Labs have products that taste great and mix well without these additives. For overall experience, taste, and texture, Muscle Milk Genuine Protein Powder was memorable, one of the worst products I've ever tested. It had a strong, bitter taste and had a very gritty texture that lingered and never dissolved entirely. It was just very unpleasant to take. My biggest issue with this product is that it advertises itself as a protein powder, except that most of the product, in fact, is not protein. I find this to be incredibly deceptive marketing, especially for consumers who might not know what to look for. They see 32 grams of protein and less than 3 grams of sugar on the front of the container and may assume they're buying a lean protein product. With 280 calories, which is way too much for a protein powder for just 1 scoop, and 32 grams of protein per serving, Muscle Milk Genuine Protein Powder is only 45% protein. It has 20 grams of carbs and 9 grams of fat, making it much more like a meal replacement than a protein powder. One redeeming quality of this product is that it is NSF certified, a certification process with very strict quality control standards. So even though it is a product that is overpriced with an exceptionally low protein percentage, its ingredients are high quality and third-party tested. Don't be discouraged by the list we just went over, because there are still excellent protein powders to pick from. If you're looking for one that is not overrated, here's one that we all love: Transparent Labs Whey Protein. It's got high quality ingredients, a high protein percentage per scoop, great taste and mixability, and is priced very reasonable. If you want to learn more about this product, I highly recommend you go check out that dedicated video, which I'll link up right here in this corner for you all to watch right now.